Hi everyone, welcome back to Athena One Muse. Okay, we are starting weekly readings starting now, today. Yay! April 17th, week of 3-card spread for your childhood self. What your first card is your childhood self, middle card is your present self, obviously, and your third card is your higher self and what all the messages. And then one other card, the final card, will be from the Ascended Masters telling us what we need to know just in general for the spread. Okay, let me move the camera down and then you can see the cards and we'll begin. I'm going to start with fire signs. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 3 cards. All right, I hope everyone's having a good time. Mercury is actually out of retrograde, but it probably is going to take another, I'd say to be safe, 7 to 10 days for things to get really back to a really good place. Okay, let me fix that. All right, let's do it. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What does your childhood self want you to know, your present self want you to know, and your higher self want you to know? And then we'll combine them with the Ascended Master cards, like I said. Okay? All right, let's get started. I'm actually feeling like I need to cut the deck. And I'm going to use the middle part of the deck. Okay. Aries, childhood is the 4 of Swords reversed. Your childhood. Your present self is the 8 of Wands reversed. And your higher self is the, 10 of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, this is Aries, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? Fire signs. All right, so what we have here, let's start. Your childhood self, 4 of Swords, reversed, is a card that says your child self is healing from being in your head too much and thinking about your life. You're kind of in a restful, peaceful place, reviewing what has happened. Your lessons, I'm not going to say most of your lessons, but you have learned some lessons that have brought you into a mental state of healing. And you are being given the chance to just chill from this. Yeah, see this card, I mean, they're in the, it looks like you're back in the embryo, actually. It's kind of interesting. You may be in a embryonic state of healing, right? Like a rebirth has taken place. Yeah, your childhood self is recovering is going through a recovery process of lessons that you have learned, you are now healing, and you have been enlightened about some things, but definitely healing all over the place here. Really in an embryonic state. Okay? All right. Your present self isn't doing anything. So your present self is saying, I'm not thinking, I don't want to think anymore, I'm not taking action, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just going to chill out because my present self, which we're all encompassed, right? Your childhood, your present self, and your higher self is all in one. And so because you're in an embryonic state, you're not presently, in your present state, ready to move forward with anything, okay? You're taking no action. You just want peace. That's what I hear. You have been enlightened. You have. You have been enlightened, okay? You've seen the light of day. You've seen the light of the new day, but you're just not going to do anything yet, okay? Okay, so you're out of your head, you're in an embryonic state, and you're not taking action. Say hi to Zeus if you haven't seen him before. Your higher self is saying you need this break because you have come to a place where you need to take a time out, a big time out, you guys. You've seen a lot of things. Your higher self has seen a lot of things that you're going to endure. See these 10 of Wands, there's 8 here. So you have a couple more lessons to go regarding what you have yet to learn. That's what I'm hearing. You still have certain lessons that you have yet to learn, and your child self is not going to get up and move until these 2 more wands, 2 more lessons are going to be learned. So you do have 2 more wands because you go from the 8, which is presently, to the 10, which leads me to believe that you have 2 more important milestone lessons that need to be learned. Until then, can your childhood self get up and start moving? So you're going to be in this state of non-movement until you learn. And these lessons that you're learning are within you, right here. These are within you. These are lessons with what action has happened in the past, okay? Things that have happened in the past, lessons that you've learned, thoughts that childhood behaviors, habits that you had at one time are no longer useful for you right now. Aries, Leo, Sag. So it's kind of like you need to change certain patterns in your behavior in order to reap the rewards and learn the lessons. So in order for you to do so, no action is necessary now in your present self, but there is internal conflict because you're going internally now. You have no choice but to go internal because you do have 2 more lessons, 2 more lessons, behavioral, attitude change, perception, things that you perceive, that you grew up with thinking that you knew, is no longer. Look at these 2 people. Look at these 2 people are in an embryonic state. So it's kind of like you're going within. Fire signs. You're going within and you're changing your perception. You're needing to learn 2 more major things in your life. And it's not just 2, it's 2 huge lessons, like behavioral lessons, things, habitual behavioral things, belief systems that you grew up with. So these are huge in order for you to move on and move your life, get up and move. This can't take place until you do the work on yourself. It cannot happen. Progress will be made once you do so. Okay? So your higher self is saying, don't do anything. You're still internally working on you. Okay? I'm going to take 1 card from the Ascended Masters. Okay? And this is going to be just one card to give us a well-rounded summary of what you're going through this week. This week, all fire signs are going within and saying, okay, wait a second. You know, all of my selves are chilling. All of my selves are doing nothing except needing to go within. There is some internal conflict. You know, you're kind of, I see that you're fighting against yourself, your own self. You don't want to change. Some of you don't want to change, fire signs. Some of you really don't want to change. This is a continuation. For all the elements, 3 cards, I'm doing the continuation for fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, right here. It's all combined. Okay, so now I'm pulling the Ascended Master cards. There's an internal conflict that's going on right now. Some of you fire signs are not willing really to change, knowing that you have to. Okay, knowing that you have to. But right now, you have to go within and stop the conflict. Okay? Stop the conflict and go within. There's no action being taken. You've got to stop your thought process. That's first. You know, you're in an embryonic state, and you've been stripped down naked. I mean, right? You have. This is a cover. This is just a cover of healing and enlightenment. So until fire signs, you get out of this inner conflict, that is when these 2 cards will appear action-orientated. They're not, obviously, now. Okay, so 1 card. Okay, so here's what your summary from the Ascended Masters is. Focus on your strengths, fire signs. You guys are fire. Look, there's fire all over here. Focus on what gives you passion, movement. Apollo's here, right? So Apollo has this right here. Apollo got up. This is Apollo. Apollo just got up and said, get up, you guys. Get going on what your strengths are, what your passions are. Get up and go. Do something with what is already been given to you. Your strengths are within you. Your strengths and lessons are within you. There's no need to not believe in yourself and your own abilities. Apollo is a very strong god who says, rely on your strengths to get through this. But don't deny yourself these lessons that have to be learned. You have to learn these lessons. You have to grow. You have to change your thought process. You have to change your perception. Okay? And in order to change your perception, then your higher self will be able to get up and go. You have the tools. You have everything you need. Apollo's telling you right here. Actually, yeah. This is the 7 of Wands, and this is the 10 of Wands. So you have 3, and I apologize. You have 3 more potential lessons that will move you out of your head and into some action. And in order to do that, focus on your strengths is what this card is saying. Okay, so that's for the element of fire. Let's go to the element of earth. Earth being Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. What do their childhood, present self, and higher self want to relay? What are the messages for all the earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And I'm led to take these. Okay. We have the Magician, upright. Oh my God, that's interesting. Internal, same thing as fire signs. Your internal conflict. Five of Wands reversed. And the Death card. All right, so your childhood self, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. You know you can manifest. Your childhood self is saying you can manifest anything you want, earth signs, anything you want. But what's holding you back in your present self is your internal conflict. You don't believe. You don't believe. So in order for you to move forward, the death of old belief systems, the death of thinking that you cannot do something has to be shed. That has to shed its skin, and then you will come around, the cycle will come around to where you listen to your childhood self. Because your childhood self says, yeah, you can do it. You can do whatever you want. You can. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You can have everything you want in life. Everything. But you just aren't doing anything. You're stumped, I hear. You're stumped. You're internally conflicting. So because of the conflict of not believing in yourself enough, you need to shed these ideas. You need to shed what hasn't worked in the past and start believing in what can work for your future. You got that? Right? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All encompassing, okay? And that's Zeus again. Okay, so I'm going to use the Ascended Master cards to give a summary. Look at, see, you can do it. But let's not use that card because I only want one card that flips out. Okay? So you can have it all. You guys can have it all. You have the ability. Your childhood self needs you to know that. But your higher self is saying, but you're not valuing yourself. You need to go through a rebirth. You need to see things differently. You need to understand that you need to shed the old ways of being. And in order to do that, in the present moment, you need to stop your thinking that and believing your belief systems. Again, it's kind of the same thing as what the fire signs had. You have to get out of your belief systems and shed those old behavioral patterns that aren't working. Okay? And once that's shed and reborn, then the cycle, right? Because it goes like this. I'm going to put these down. It goes like this. Okay? It's all encompassing, but it revolves in a cyclical pattern, right? Like it could be even in a day. The sun rises, you believe you can do anything you want, you can have what you want, you are infinite possibilities right here. Then you have your internal self, which is the horizon, right, of balancing out. Things are out of whack, obviously, through your belief systems, because all of it is our thoughts. Even though these aren't swords, it doesn't matter. I'm hearing these are belief systems. These are things that we are concrete, practical things that we believe in, right? Behaviors that we continuously do. They need to be shed, right? They need to go away. Here's the sunset. The sunset sheds all of the day's work, the day's lessons, whatever you had to endure on that day, and then it repeats itself, okay? So that's how it goes. That's how it's going down for you guys. All right. All right, let's see what the Ascended Masters say for you. How is this going to... One card. One card for the earth signs. It's this. Here you go. All right. So in order for you to have this shedding and rebirth of believing that you can be, do, and have whatever you want, you're going to need to nurture yourself on every aspect, which means purifying your soul, which means eating healthy, cleansing your soul, detoxing. The Blessed Mother Mary comes to you in a very humble, be humble, be humble, be grateful. Be grateful for what you've gone through, where you've been. Be grateful, because when you first came to this earth, we all have this magician in us. We all have all of what we need within us, right? And this holds us back. It's because we aren't learning our lessons, we're not believing in ourselves. And so once you nurture your thoughts, you cleanse, nurture, detox, whatever it takes, do it, earth signs. Then you can get out of your head and shed all of those old patterns that we grew up in childhood with, right? Shed that stuff. Find yourself in a humble state of mind and nurture these negative, your shadow side. Nurture your shadow side. Become enlightened. Become childlike again. Look at, this is what it's all about right here. So the Blessed Mother comes in and sends prayers to all of you earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, and says, nurture yourself in every way. Shed the old fears. Shed your old belief systems. Shed what's not working in your life. Allow the gratitude and grace of the Blessed Mother to give you a new birth. That's what this is. This is Gaia. This is Mother Earth. This is the Blessed Mother. We reside in the Blessed Mother. This is shedding what isn't working and growing into a new. It's like it's a whole rebirth. So earth signs, you're going through a rebirth. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's go water. Water signs for this week. So that's what's going to happen. This is for this week, okay? All right, let's go water. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. What are the lessons and messages, clear, concise, precise messages for water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for this week? I'm going to be doing all the elements on a weekly basis, okay? Because then it gives you kind of a heads up what you're going to work with this week, right? One more time. That's what I'm hearing. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, another time. Let's get the messages. Okay, let's go. Your childhood self is the Ten of Wands. This is praying. I just heard it. Prayer is going to be important for the water signs this week. Your present self is strength. That's why you're praying. Your child self is praying. Your present self says, have strength. Okay? Be strong. And why? Because your higher self says there's a new beginning for you. Okay? It's very self-explanatory. It's beautiful, actually. Okay, so your childhood self is wounded. This is wounds. These are wounded lessons from the past. Okay, water signs. There are things that you still have not healed from your childhood. That's all that is. And yeah, it's a big deal. It is. It's a big deal because your childhood self is praying for these wounds to heal. That's what's going on. You're being shown what is not working, and you're being asked to have strength. So, water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, start praying. Pray for strength. Pray for enlightenment. Pray for your childhood self to heal, for the wounds to heal from childhood, whatever that may be. We all have issues from our childhood. Come on. We all have lessons that we need healing from. We are not perfect beings. We are here to learn perfection through love, through the grace of love and healing. And then our higher self is saying, this is waiting for you. So this is what you got to do this week. Pray and know that you are a strong human being, but your childhood self needs some healing. So take time to heal these wounds, okay? And then you can move forward. Move forward with new resolve, new beginnings, and start over. I mean, that's the beauty of life, right? Once you're completely healed, you can start all over. You're at a 7. The strength card. 8. Excuse me. I digress. You're at an 8. So you're really close to healing out of 10 wounds. Out of the 10 wounded scars that you have, you need to heal 2 more. Okay? And then we start back at 0 again. You need to meditate. You need to meditate. You need to find time to be alone with yourself. See, look. Transformation. A transformation. A child reborn. And this particular Fool card doesn't have a face, right? So you can make your identity whatever you want after you've healed yourself. You can go wherever you want. You have the world at your fingertips once you realize this. Once you go above, once you go above this is higher learning, higher knowledge, right? This Fool is in the clouds. See? This Fool's in the clouds. There's blessings here. You're being given so many blessings. But the blessings come after we heal, right? It's a rebirth. Everyone has to be reborn at some point in their lives. Every day is a rebirth for really all of us. We get up, we wake up, and then we go to bed, right? Sunrise, sunset. Okay, I'm using the Ascended Masters again to get one card for the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You're healing your childhood wounds. And you're finding strength in knowing that the spiritual law of attraction will get you here. The law of attraction is like attracts like. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. This is the Magician, kind of like this. We're not going to look at these cards as face value, the Fool, but this is the Magician, the Fool, the new beginning. This is just a new beginning. And you can attract whatever you want once you are healed. Once you can go, you have to get through this, okay? Water signs, you have to get through this in order to get to this. And know this, and know it very well. Be strong in your conviction. Right now, it's really important this week. Be strong in your convictions and belief systems. It's going to take you the strength of a lion to understand that what you put out there, you get back. And that's why you're praying and healing. Because in the past, what you put out there was from probably old beliefs and old things that, habits that now are lessons that you've learned, and you're on your knees praying. So it's going to take every ounce of you to start understanding how the laws of the universe work. The universal laws of attraction is like attracts like. So what you're thinking in your head is what you're getting. So look around you, water signs. What's in your environment? Reaping what you sow is what I hear. So now you have to have the strength to move forward and understand that, be in the understanding of putting your everything, being fearless in your thought process, being fearless in what you want in your life, what you're going to achieve with this new beginning, being fearless in the understanding that you can, by praying for strength, to move forward and understand that the universe works in not only mysterious ways, but here's the Magician. You can go wherever you want. You have to be fearless. You have to have the clear understanding that what you attract comes back to you. What you think manifests. Okay? All right. That's water signs. Let's go now with air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. What are yourselves, all yourselves, saying to one another? Your childhood self, your present self, and your future self. They're all in sync. They're all in sync, working to help each and every one of us. And that's what they do. And then, of course, then you add the angels to the whole situation, and you're like, oh my God, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, to help us. And there's always help and protection. Okay, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay. Your childhood self. Oh, wow. Look at this, air signs. This is you. Air signs, this is beautiful. You are the epitome of truth. Your childhood says, always walk in your truth. And that's who you are, of course. Your present self has the King of Coins, being practical, being analytical, being grounded, understanding that if you put hard work and effort into anything, you can manifest whatever you want with great truth and clarity, right? That's your present self. Very practical, very grounded. And your future self says, hello, where do you want to go? Air signs. This is beautiful. Okay, so we have walking, which you guys do, in your truth, right? Walking in your truth, speaking your truth. Be the truth. I'm hearing, be the example of the truth. And within yourselves, within all yourselves, being the air signs that you are right here, front and center, all you need for this, what door do you want? Which one do you want? Is being grounded, being practical. You can have whatever you want as long as it's being practical, being grounded, embracing your ego with love and truth, so that whatever you want is waiting for you. This is the gates of heaven opening. Which door do you want to open? Because you are the epitome of truth. You are grounded. You are Mother Earth. You are part of the healing. You've healed. You've spoken your truth. Air signs, you've spoken your truth. You live in such a truth for people to, you're leading by example. You guys are the leaders of truth, and that's what the world is missing today, is the value that is placed on the truth. Some of us have fallen out of truth because the lies are so much easier to absorb, right? It's so much easier to say, yeah, lie to me because, but not for an air sign. An air sign is completely the leaders. And I'm not saying that the other signs are not. I'm just saying that this week, your truth, who you represent right here, front and center, is getting you whatever your heart desires in a practical manner, in an earthly gifts are being given to you, air signs, because you've spoken your truth, because you've lived within your truth. And others may not like to hear your truth, but they understand it. They do get it. They get you. They get that when you deal with an air sign, you're going to get the truth and nothing but the truth. And some people can't handle the truth. But you guys are getting a gift from God because you've spoken your truth and you walk in your truth. This is beautiful, air signs. All right, Ascended Masters. Yes. The truth shall set you free. Most signs, everyone knows it. I'm not even going to say that. Most signs. Forget the signs. Everybody knows that when you speak your truth, magic happens. And you can do it. Everybody can. You guys are the leaders in the truth. The lawyers, not the lawyers. Ooh, I take that back. No offense to any lawyers out there. You guys are the teachers. That's what I meant. So, Mahashohan Ragosi, I'm sure please forgive me, Ascended Master Ragosi, but Ragosi says, you guys are the teachers of truth. You're the leaders, because right now, like I said, in humanity right now, the truth is not usually spoken. But you guys were air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, are the leaders, the teachers of the truth. You teach this to others. You are the example. And this is beautiful. And you are going to have, the gifts are being given to you. You have whatever it takes. Wherever you want to go, you got it. You just stay grounded. Stay grounded in your truth. Stay within the boundaries of your truth. You know, this is grounding. This is practicality. It's Mother Earth. Mother Earth, nature, humbling, healing. Healing. Some of you are healing because you did speak your truth. And now you're being gifted. This is a huge gift from the universe because you spoke your truth. You are the leaders, air signs. I love it. So keep walking, air signs, in your truth with grounding, being grounded. Show people how you can still be grounded and heal from the truth, even though it hurts. Because the truth, right? Look at you guys. This is great. The truth will set you free. And this is who you guys are. You are the teachers of the truth. I love it. Okay, that is all the elements. That's your reading, and I wish you a fabulous week, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.